Hey guys, it's Top Deck Entertainment here with another deck profile. This time it's of a really interesting deck and really fun to play. It's a Chaos Inzektor Dragon deck. So I'm going to show the deck off first and then explain the picks. So to start off, we have 3 Lightpulsars and then 2 Red Eyes, 2 Wyverns, 1 Devine Dragon Apocalypse, 1 Debris Dragon, 3 Inzektor Dragonfly, 2 Inzektor Centipede, and 2 Inzektor Hornet. And next we have 2 Card Troopers, 2 Rykos, 1 Lila, 2 Veilers, 2 Tragodias, 1 Gorz, 1 Sanguine, 1 Armageddon Knight, 1 Dark Arm, and 1 BLS. That's 30 monsters. Now for spells, I have 2 MSTs, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Charge, 1 Future Fusion, and 1 Foolish Burial. That's 8 spells. And I run 4 traps, 2 Torrent, and 2 calls, for a total of 42 cards. Now to explain my choices, I'll explain the traps first, I guess. Torrent removes a lot of monsters. This deck OTKs a lot, so removing monsters is powerful in this deck. And then Call the Haunted. It's good with Sanguine, bringing back dragonflies that they might warning, bringing back Lightpulsar if they blind MST, so I'll get Lightpulsar's effect. And it's an overall really good card in this deck. Spells, Foolish, get the Hornet or whatever I need in the graveyard. Future Fusion, it's a staple in Dragon decks. It's really powerful in this one. Sets up the graveyard for Chaos plays. Charge, just to search out my Lightsworns and mill. Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and Monster Reborn are staples. You should run them. And 2 MSTs. Back row, I really don't like them, so MST is strong to remove whatever they might set and hurt my deck. Now for monsters, 2 boss monsters obviously are PLS, because you run a lot of lights and darks, and Dark On, because you can manipulate the graveyard really easily, so, and recycle him via Divine Dragon, so he's really strong. Since I don't have a 3rd Hornet, I run Armageddon Knight, and sometimes it can be better because I can send Red Eyes to the graveyard and then call it back and then use Red Eyes effect. So he's really good. Sanguine searches out everything, so he's good. Gorz and the 2 Trags. I don't set a lot of back row, as you can see, and I really have a big hand most of the time, so it stops OTKs and it gives me field presence whenever I might need it. Also Tragodia, since I run Veilers, I can synchro with him to almost like any level, or I can exceed and more easily with him. 2 Veilers. I used to run 3, but put it down to 2 now, since a lot of hero decks are being played, also Dark World. So 2's good to synchro with, and they're lights, so they're easy to recycle. The 1 Lila, like I said, I don't like back row, so I can summon, pop a back row, and then mill 2 cards. Ryko, overall good, can destroy whatever's like stopping me from winning, and the milling during the main phase is really powerful, sets up plays easily. Same thing with Card Trooper, it provides a lot of pluses I can also call this back, mill some more, and draw more from it, so it's a good card. Now for the Inzektors, I only run 2 Hornets because I only have 2, but at the same time you only need 2. If I ran more, it would probably clog up. Same thing with Centipede. I find 2 to be a good number. Yeah, and 3 Dragonflies, you have to run 3. It's a really good card. I tech 1 Debris Dragon because I run 6 targets for it, and lets me sink into Black Rose whenever I need to, or Iron Chain just for strong beat stick. Devine Dragon, I run 1 just because it lets me recycle powerful cards like Debris Dragon or Dark Arm, and he's good too because you can normal summon and then banish for red eyes. 2 Wyverns. I only run 2 because I only have 3 targets in the deck for him, and I only need, so yeah, I don't run that many targets, so he's good. And 2 red eyes. I find 2 to be really consistent because you don't really want to draw into him early on. You want to search him out with your Wyvern, or mill it and then bring it back with Lightpulsar or Call the Haunted. And since I don't run a pure dragon deck, only 2 is good enough. And then the MVP, the Lightpulsars, they're really strong. They're easily summonable. They set up your graveyard, and they're just overall strong. Your opponent has a hard time getting over them, and then when they do, you just get your red eyes back, and you can just beat down easily. Now I want to show the extra deck. I run the 1/5 headed dragon. That's Future Fusion is good. 1 Chimera Tech, just for random Cyber Dragon and Machine decks. 2 Leviathan Dragons. He's good because you can go Inzektor loop, pop 2 cards, add Dragonfly to your hand, exceed into this, and have a beat stick. Or if you have red eyes in your hand, he is indeed a dragon, so you can banish him, summon red eyes, and then get a Lightpulsar from your graveyard. 1 Leviathan Dragon. Also really good because since I banish a lot of cards, sometimes I'll banish a Dragonfly, special summon like Lightpulsar, and then I'll do the Inzektor loop, pop 2 cards, exceed into this, and then do the Inzektor loop again. So it helps clearing the field a lot. Also, I can bring back Effect Veiler and Synchro. 1 Giga Brilliant. I have him because he's a light, and he can. There's some times where I can just swarm the field and it just makes everything a lot stronger. 1 Acid Golem. He's a beat stick. He helps me get over really big cards. No Zen mains because I don't have one, but if you have one, you should run it because it helps stall and set up. I don't really go into 4s, but I have 1 Utopia just in case I ever need to. And then I run Inzektor Extra-Beetle. I don't bring him out too often because he's situational, but he can be powerful. He can help get rid of Zen mains and other cards that you can't destroy by card effects. And he's not that hard to get rid of, or to summon, because you can either use 2 Lightpulsars or a Lightpulsar and Tragodia. And pretty much what you want to do with his effect is when he's summoned, equip a Lightpulsar to him, send Lightpulsar, and then their whatever you want to get rid on their field. Once this is sent to the graveyard, you can get your red eyes, use this effect, and get back the Lightpulsar. So you have 3 monsters, and they'll hopefully have a clear field. So that's a good combo. For Synchros, I run 1 Armory Arm. I run a lot of 3s and Veiler, and this helps beef up my monsters, help with OTKs. 1 Iron Chain, because it's the strongest level 6 dragon synchro, so he's good. 1 Bryanak for random occasions. Black Rose, again for Debris Dragon. Stardust for defense, and 1 Scrap Dragon. Like Extra-Beetle, you can use Scrap Dragon on your own Lightpulsar. Destroy Lightpulsar on one of their cards, and then when it gets destroyed, get back your Red Eyes, use Red Eyes effect, and bring back Lightpulsar, and you can swing for game with that. My current side deck isn't that great, but just to show you what you can run, I run 2 kinetic soldiers for heroes and samurai, 2 cyber dragons for machines for anti-mana decks, a 3rd Veiler for wind-ups and Inzektors, TD Crow for anything that relies on graveyard, 1 Smashing Ground, 1 Book of Moon. I side this in a lot. Pretty strong, but at the same time I don't want to main deck it because I'll probably just mill it. 2 warnings, 2 bottomless, 1 compulsory, 1 dust tornado. If my opponent has a lot of back row, side this in. And same thing for Malevolent Catastrophe, a lot of back row, just want to get rid of it. I would use Decrees over these, because Decrees is a lot more powerful and helpful. But yeah, that's the deck profile, guys. I hope you like it. Please leave any feedback. This deck's really fun, and it's actually really strong. I've won locals at least like 3 times. It catches people off guard, and people have a hard time playing around it because they'll be trying to beat your Inzektors, and then you'll just drop your dragons and be overpowered by your dragons. Or they'll try and side in for your dragons and you just blow their cards with Inzektors, and then it's hard to play against. And it's really fun. Pretty much all you want to do is set up your graveyard with Hornet and then Lights and Dark, blow up their cards, and then drop your dragons for game. It's a simple concept, and it's also really cheap to make. Like, the only expensive cards are the Hornets. Other than that, you can just buy the starter decks and pretty much have this deck. So yeah, Top Deck Entertainment out.